Hi guys, thanks for watching this video and finding my channel today. This is me showing you what I bought on my holidays. Okay, we've just got back from America. We went to Florida, and yes, we went to Orlando, and yes, we were there last weekend, which was the weekend that Hurricane Irma decided to trudge her way up through the middle of Florida. So yeah, we stayed in the hotel and we had probably a good 3 rest days where we couldn't go very far. And as much as it was a little bit hairy at times, we survived, and there was definitely a lot more people worse off than us. So in hindsight, it was okay for us. A little bit scary at the time, that's all we'll say. But anyway, we're back this weekend, and I just thought I'd quickly run through some pieces that I bought over there. I want to show you some clothes first, and as much as I would love to have been wearing this for you today and trying it on and all the rest of it, I'm not going to. Because I'm not going to start doing my holiday ironing right now. We've only been back 24 hours and that can wait a few more days, alright? But anyway, I went to Zara, didn't I? Like you do when you're in a foreign country, you go to the same shops that you do over here. But anyway, I knew that they stock different things. You know, when you go to different countries but the same shops like H&M, they all just stock something a little bit different. You do see the same things occasionally, but the climate's different, the seasons are different because they either do have seasons or they don't have seasons, so it does vary a little bit. And I haven't been into our city, Zara, now for probably a good 3 weeks when sort of September started, so I don't know what their autumn pieces are really. But anyway, enough rambling. I picked up this beautiful blue and white, very thin sort of pinstripe. You can see the stripe there, and it's got this beautiful sort of waterfall neck, an open neckline with these little ruffles draping down to the chest. The V sort of literally sits sort of nicely just where your bra meets in the middle, so not exposing too much. It has nice big Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen cuffs, but sort of slim ones, not too flappy and flared. And then it just comes down with the little curve up each side of the slit there, so that sort of sits on your hip area, and the fabric is so lovely and thin, and just it would flow really nice if you left it hanging, but it would also tuck in really nice. And I had sort of mid denim colour shorts on at the time when I tried this on, and it looked really nice, so it's going to just look really nice with any of my blue jeans. So I was really impressed with that, and that was $39.99, so it's probably around the £29 mark or so here in England. But sorry, it's not ironed. You will probably see it in a future video, nicely ironed and worn, but not today. Alright, next up we went to a shop. We saw lots of these. It's called Volcom. You can see there on the front, V-O-L-C-O-M, and I got this sort of oversized tank in a beautiful, it looks a bit raspberry shade there, but it's not, it's really nice orange. And I don't wear much colour here, but when I'm on holiday I definitely introduce some colour, and I do like orange, and I think it pairs wonderfully with blue denim shorts. So it's just this sort of tank. I like the sort of sleeves that actually sort of finish here. I think it sort of cuts really nicely across the shoulder. This was a bargain because it was originally $36, 50% off, so I thought okay, $16, $17 maybe, something like that. And then we bought it with another t-shirt and got both t-shirts for $21, so that came in at around $10, which was pretty nice, I thought. Then we had to go to Tommy Hilfiger, don't we, when you're over in America, because they have lots of outlets over there. So I picked up the Tommy Hilfiger classic t-shirt with the H there on the front in a nice red, and this is almost sort of dark blue to sort of dark grey to pewter, sort of shimmer glitter all around the edge. I picked that one up. I got the small, I think, yeah I did, and that fits absolutely fine. And that I think was about, what was it, $15, something like that. So it's about, you know, evens out about 11, 12 pounds, something like that. So that was nice. Probably my favourite piece, apart from that blouse, really like that blouse, was some jeans from Gap. Now I have a high-waisted pair of jeans, but they are sort of ripped on the knee and there's a bit of distressing. These have no distressing whatsoever, and I thought for Gap this was pretty trendy because I like the cut-off bottoms and I like the step crop detail at the bottom, like that. And in Gap they were there. And usually Gap are quite straight laced, shall we say, with their jeans, but these are lovely. They have button fly, which is really nice, so they sit really nice on the waist and they're just tapered down. What size did I pick up out there? I think I picked up a size 4. I've taken all the labels off now. Oh no, here we are, here's a label. Yeah, a US 4, which is a UK 8. I'm usually a UK 10, so you know, you've got to try a few on and just see. I think there's going to be give in them, because I think I did try on the 10 originally and just found them to be a little bit roomy, so I went down a size. So just try them on. But they were 50% off, I know they were, so I probably picked these up somewhere between 25 and 30 pounds. That probably would have worked out. It could have been dollars, oh, I don't know, £20 something. So it was a Gap outlet, which there are a few of those as well over in Florida, so you can get some really good deals with denim, so loving those. Unfortunately, whilst one was away, we had to do lots and lots of walking, and I got really painful foot and ankle. Just on one side, I was wearing a lot of sort of Converse lace-up pumps, and there isn't a lot. We all know there's a lot of pounding down on the heels, and I did put insoles on before I went for that extra bit of comfort, because I knew we'd be walking a lot. But you know, because one's a little bit older now, one suffered a little bit. So on day 4, my foot was in a lot of pain, so I had to resort to buying a pair of trainers, sort of ones that were comfortable. So I picked up these from Puma. They were $50, so I don't know, 40 quid, something like that. And I just basically looked, they kind of got memory foam bottoms, and that's all I wanted. I just wanted some really dark, either grey or black, with that comfort in the heel there, so that all my walking went through that comfort heel. And they're really nice, and I had to wear them pretty much most days, every time I knew we'd be out for a long time. But glad I got them. I will continue to wear them, but I just thought I'd show them because I had bought them whilst I was over there. And one other little purchase I had to make, because I was looking for a new bag, and I knew I'd probably treat myself whilst on holiday, and I knew they had Kate Spades over there. And I haven't got one locally to me, so I picked up this. It's black and white, actually. It's a bit of an off-white. It looked actually a lot whiter in the shop. I thought it was literally black and white, but it is sort of an off-white. It looks quite bright here with the light of the window coming through, I must say, but it is definitely an off-white. But absolutely love it. Crossbody. I've got it on the longest hole, so it crossbody really nice and sits on the hip. Lovely little clasp to it, and inside this actually retailed, or so it said. I don't know, I don't understand these outlets that can get away with the pricing, but the original tag said $250, but it was on the stand hanging up there for $69, so that probably again works out £55, something like that. I don't know how they do it. So anyway, I picked up this purse. It's not matching. I didn't want it to be matching. You can see the difference in colour there. This is definitely more white, and this is definitely more sort of taupey mushroom almost, I would say. Not quite grey, more on the brown to grey side. It's got a little card holder on the back. This was marked up on the price tag $139. I definitely probably didn't pay more than about 35 to 40 pounds for it, if that. So really nice. Got all your cards, money in the back, and a little zip area for coins. So really like both of those, and that was my little treat purchase. Even though it was relatively cheap in comparison to the prices we pay over here, I just treated myself to it, and I see it as my treat, so I enjoy that. Yeah, so what else? So let's move on to a bit of sort of makeup and beauty stuff. I can't find Kiehls down here in the southwest at all. I think the nearest store I have that stock it is in Bristol, and there's a couple of areas there that have Kiehls. So we went to Disney Springs, and there was a whole shop dedicated to Kiehls. Okay, so I went in there with my son because he wanted to buy some skin products. And if you spent over $75, you could get either a free nighttime, which this one was, Night Owl, makeup bag with some miniature products, or a daytime one. So he didn't quite spend $75, so I purchased this hydration spray. It's the Cactus flower and Tibetan Ginseng Hydrating Mist. That was $17, so I just purchased that on top so that we could get over the $75 so that I could get one of these. And in here you have a miniature moisturizer. That's the Super Multi-Corrective Cream, just a travel size. I don't know how big that is. Oh, it's only 7ml, but it's lovely. I've already tried it, really like it. And there was the cleansing oil as well, which is the Midnight Recovery Botanical Cleansing Oil. Tried that as well, and that's really nice. And along with that, you've got some eye cream, which I've tried. Again, really nice. That's the Midnight Recovery Eye. And you've got just a couple of these like little sample products, and these were the oil products. So I had the Nightly Refining Micro Peel Concentrate, which was this little bad boy, and I just put a tiny little thin layer of that on last night, and really liked the effects of that this morning. And also I got the Midnight Recovery Concentrate, a little sample as well. So I was pretty impressed with that, because I do feel like I'm treating my skin when I use it. So I'm not going to sort of religiously use it every night, or else it will be gone within a week or 10 days. But I think I'm going to just use it every time I'm feeling a bit tired and my skin's a bit lackluster, which was last night after we had the flight home on Friday night, and only got about 2 or 3 hours sleep, something like that. So I sort of put it on last night to help one's face this morning. So that was Kiehls. And what I also picked up, because Urban Outfitters is obviously everywhere, and you can get the Mario Badescu face sprays here in our Urban Outfitters, but I can only ever find the orangey one, the rose spray one. But I'd seen a YouTuber talking about this one, so when I saw it over there, I thought I'm going to give it a go. And it's the facial spray with aloe, cucumber and green tea, and this is supposed to be used more at the toning stage. I tend to use the rose water one, as I can put it on at the end of my makeup and just sort of make everything sort of settle in and go all dewy, and then through the day, if I want a bit of a pick-me-up, I can use that one. But this one's supposed to be used more at, like I say, the toning stage before you go in with your moisturisers and makeups. So that's really nice, and that was working out at $7, and we pay £7 here, so that's definitely £1 or 2 cheaper by getting it in America. So what else did I pick up? I like Elf over there. Elf is now here in Superdrug, but I don't find it particularly cheap as it is in America. It's really cheap. So I picked up their Tone Adjusting Face Primer. It's really purple. I'll put a little bit out on my hand. You see how purple that is, and purple sort of linked to all the sort of illuminating and sort of, like you say, toning. It's quite sort of silicone based. I feel like it's going to smooth out all the pores. I've used it once or twice. I definitely don't really see any tone adjusting, I must say, which is perhaps what drew me to it in the first place. But it seems like a nice toner. Makeup applies nicely on top of it, and it does smooth really nicely onto the back of my hand. So that was really inexpensive, so I will experiment a bit more with that. And I also like Elf's little makeup brushes. They have two sort of ranges. They have a slightly more expensive black range, which is still only a few dollars, $3 or $4, but these are cheap as chips. And I bought a blending brush. This is the blending brush, and this is just the eyeshadow brush. I have a couple similar to this, and these are like $1 each. That's under £1 here, you know. So I picked up those because I really like them. I also picked up from CoverGirl a new mascara, because I wanted a mascara like you do when you go abroad. I took 3 mascaras with me, used one, but it's black, and that was fine. I always use black, but you know I fancied a bit of a brownie black when I was on holiday. I don't really find brown black here. It's either black or brown, if that makes sense. So I picked up this one, and it's their, what's it called, Lash Blast Volume. Nice brush, and I just got it because it was brownie black, so it just takes off the edge of it being really black. And I think when you're on holiday, you just want to take things back a notch really, and just sort of be a bit more natural. Alright, try to anyway. So I picked up that one. Also from Elf, I picked up a couple of sharpeners for eyeliners. I have a couple of these. There's a double one there and a single one, but they get really gross, don't they? As you sort of sharpen your eyeliners or your lip pencils or whatever, all the product collects in there and it just gets really gross. So these were like 80 cents or something for both of them, so I picked those up. I also fancied a new lip gloss while I was over there, like you do, so I picked up this one from Rimmel. I have a couple of those here. These are the Stay Glossy ones, and I picked up this one in shade, if I can find the name of it. Yeah, it's Non-Stop Glamour, 120, and it's just really nice. I just wanted that sort of simple, glowy, glossy, slightly sort of peachy gold shimmer to the lips, and that was absolutely fine. So obviously products that are English brands, they're not any cheaper. I don't even know, I think I paid about $4.50 or something for that, so it's still quite cheap. Then in NYX, we went to Mall of Millennia, I think it's called, and there was a whole NYX store, which was really cool. So much stuff, I had to just think, look, this is day 2 or something, and I've got 2 weeks of this, so I just had to curb it back a little bit. So I got the HD finishing powder in translucent, which is the white one. I think they did one that was sort of slightly more banana-y shade, but obviously I was advised to get this one because it's very white. I was using it all holiday, didn't use the one I actually took with me, just kept with this one, and really like it. It's really nice for under eye area. If you put some concealer on, it just sets it down really nicely. Also in NYX, I picked up a soft matte lip cream. Actually, this one's in the shade Istanbul. I think they're all named after cities around the world, and it's really quite pink. I don't know why, because I took about another 6 pink lipsticks with me on holiday, but that's really nice. Good staying power, really good staying power, and it's quite nice when your tan's developing, and so you can sort of go back a bit with the makeup. You don't need so much makeup, and that pop of colour on the lips. Talking about pop of colour on one's lips, I also wanted to try out, and I found this in Walgreens, the brand Jordana. I've heard of this one, and I got the Modern Matte Lipstick. This was in the shade number 10, Matte Pretty. Packaging's quite nice. That sort of just clicked up, so you don't sort of need to sort of wind loads of the product up. It just clicks up once or twice, and I quite liked that. It's sort of a more, it's this one here, it's more reddish, dark, peachy orange sort of shade, and it's really nice when you actually put it on your lips. If you just sort of put a little bit on and then just pat it in, it's kind of like your lips, but naturally nice and plump and fresh, but it could be your own lip colour, if you know what I mean. It's not too artificial looking, which obviously the pink one's a little bit more artificial looking. It's just really nice. I could feel that I could wear that every day and just feel comfortable, that there's colour there, but it's quite sort of neutral as well. And another one I got from Jordana, this is a Sweet Cream Matte Lipstick, and I'm just trying to find the colour for you. Oh yeah, it's number 23, and it's Buttercream Frosting. I really just wanted to go for one of those that looked a bit like concealer, you know, that kind of colour, and just to see how I'd work with that. You couldn't tester these, unfortunately, and you can see from that it does look quite pale. So when you take it out of here, that is quite a bit darker than quite pale. So I'm just going to put it on. It's really smooth and really opaque, and it's actually really nice. There's a bit of sort of mauviness to it. It's not really concealer lips on me. It has got that lovely sort of nudie mauve tone to it. So I was really impressed and pleased that I picked that one up. So I was enjoying that. Also on the Jordana counter, I picked up a Shape and Set gel, just for eyebrows. I don't know why. It was under $2, so I just thought I'd try it. I love my one from Essence. I have a couple of those, and they're just, you know, set the brows, and I like the Benefit ones, but this Essence one is just so cheap and so good. I just go back to it all the time. This is okay. I wouldn't purchase it again though. It's not as good as my Essence one, and for the similar price range, I'd stick with that one. And also also Wet n Wild, I picked up a couple of products. This one's actually cracked in my travel home. It's one of their blushes, and I got it in pearlescent pink because it's really hard actually when you're in the store and you're looking along the shelves to see because the lighting is so bright, and I wanted a bit more of a blusher that was a bit more peachy, and this looked really peachy, and then when I got it out of the store it's actually pinky. It's called pearlescent pink, so you think that might have told me something, but it definitely looked more peachy in the store. I did use it on holiday, it's really nice, and I knew I had one of these blushes at home that I didn't take with me, and I get home and I've actually got exactly the same colour. So I'm obviously drawn to this shade, and I have plenty of it now. It's going to last me a very, very long time. But it is really nice. If you like that sort of peachy pink, glow to the cheeks, it's a really good blusher. So because when I found that that was more pink than peach, I still wanted some peach. So I went back and got the Wet n Wild, and this is called, it's called Hustle and Glow or something like that. I saw, where did I see? Oh, here we go, on the back. Yeah, Hustle and Glow 802A, and it's just literally, I've got room down here, a peachy, this one here, sort of highlight stroke blush. So I just popped it on my cheeks here this morning and just dragged it up a little bit here just to give a little bit of glow on the cheekbones, and then just added some different highlight on top. Really like it. Yeah, don't need much product because obviously when I start to lose my tan, and yes, I have got a tan, you might not notice it so much here, but I have got a tan, and when I sort of go back to normal, that might be one that I'll just have to use a tiny bit of because it is quite pigmented. But I really love the colour, and yeah, as you can see there, it's got a lovely little glow to it. I really do think that's it. Yeah, I thought I had a bit more. I did restrain myself obviously really well. There was so much stuff I could have got. I went into a Sephora over there and I looked at all the Fenty Beauty stuff, and I was sort of swatching all the highlighters there that Rihanna's released, and tried that trophy wife one, the really gold yellowy one. And I sort of swatched it on my finger and then walked out of the store and dabbed it on everywhere. It was okay. There were so many people there and I wasn't in the market to actually buy any of it, so I just dabbled a little bit and I didn't really sort of go any further than that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Enough of me rambling. That's my little purchases that I picked up whilst on holiday. If you did, give it a little thumbs up. Make any comments down below if any of these products that you use when you pick up some of these brands that we don't actually get here in the UK. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.